Okay.
Since the advent of the bikes, its users have had the advantage of making exploration adventures, whereas on the con side have also messed them up by taking them on the wrong kinds of trails. Prepare to witness some of these spooky encounters.
Okay. Just hit him.
Now here's a trail ride that went sideways real quick. December 2022, chilly day, barely anyone out, so this biker thought he had the path to himself. Then out of the blue, 3 fostered Malinois, basically intense German shepherds, came charging. No barking, just straight up chomping. The poor guy caught a few bites before the handlers showed up, scrambling to pull the dogs off. Total chaos. Turns out they didn't expect anyone around that day. They apologized and made things right. But yeah, that biker definitely thinks twice now when he hears paws behind him.
Okay. Get your dogs off me. Get your dogs off me. Just hit him. Sorry, I think you'll be Whoa. Oh no. That shit.
So I think
That shit's on purpose, bro.
This one's just plain dirty. 2 bikers flying down a trail having a blast when suddenly, the lead guy spots a massive tree laid perfectly across the path. Not fallen by nature. Nope, this thing was placed there. He hits the brakes hard, misses it by maybe an inch. You could hear the anger in his voice. This was on purpose. They weren't wrong either. Someone clearly set it up to hurt folks. Luckily, they caught it in time, cleared the trail, and rode on. Just a reminder, fun's fun. But always keep your eyes sharp out there.
Whoa. Oh no. That shit.
so I think
That shit's on purpose, bro. Yeah, it's on purpose, bro. This shit's on purpose, bro. Look at that. Look at this. Oh my God, bro.
So these 2 cyclists are just cruising down a trail when, out of nowhere, a cow spots them and gets a little too excited. This cow is jumping and running like it's in a race, hooves pounding the ground right behind them. The cyclists, a little freaked out, spot a bridge up ahead, but the cow, it doesn't notice the bridge and tries to jump right after them. Instead, it ends up wedged between the railings. Guess even cows need a little guidance when they're on the trail. So there's this one time when a biker thought he'd take a shortcut to a wedding, right? It was about 10 p.m., so the road was pretty much empty. But then, as he's cruising along, he spots this weird white figure standing in the middle of the road. It was wearing a cloak, just standing there like it came straight out of a horror movie. The guy, clearly spooked, wasn't sticking around to find out. He turned his bike around and booked it out of there. Definitely not the shortcut he had in mind. Now this one's straight out of a campfire story. A bunch of bikers just cruising through open fields, engines roaring, sun out, then bam! The lead guy's knocked clean off his bike, but not by a tree or a rock, by something. Pale, fast, and definitely not normal. It sprinted into the field like it knew the land. The others gave chase, but poof, gone. Not a single trace. They say it looked human, but not quite. Internet's full of theories now. Skinwalker, alien, who knows? All the bikers know is they'll never ride that trail the same again.
Ήσυχα. 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 Τι είναι ρε παιδιά, είναι δυνατόν? Θα με τρώγανε τώρα. Όλα, 50. Τι τα θέλετε τώρα?
So, a police officer's casual bike ride turned into something straight out of a cartoon, except not the funny kind. He was riding past a quiet farmhouse when, boom, 20 dogs came charging at him like a furry stampede. He shouted for help, but no one showed up for a while. Eventually, the owners came out and called them off, all calm like this was just a Tuesday. The officer? Not so calm. He was fuming, shouting about suing and questioning why anyone needs 20 dogs. Honestly, I'd be asking the same thing. That's not a farm, that's a dog army.
Ήσυχα. 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 Τι είναι ρε παιδιά, είναι δυνατόν? Θα με τρώγανε τώρα. Όλα, 50. Τι τα θέλετε τώρα? Τόσα χρειαζόστε? Αν με δάγκωνε τώρα, τι θα γινόταν? Μιλά σοβαρά τώρα. Ο δρόμος αυτός έχει πινακίδες για ποδηλάτες. Να τα προφυλάσσεις τα ζώα σου. Άμα σου κάνω εγώ μήνυση, μας είναι μικός. Δεν ξέρω από σκυλιά από χωριό είμαι εγώ. Έτσι και δεν μίλαγα καθόλου, ορμάγανε πάνω μου.
All right, picture this. You're out on your bike enjoying the ride when you spot a ram just standing there like it owns the trail. Most animals would have wandered off, but not this guy. Nope, he charges full steam and knocks the rider right off the bike. Ouch! The rider, probably thinking it was a fluke, gets back on, only to get rammed again. At that point, enough was enough. He hopped off, grabbed the ram by the horns, literally, wrestled it out of the way, and took off. Now that's one wild traffic jam. So, picture this, a group of cyclists in the middle of a race, cruising through the Aussie countryside in October 2018, when out of nowhere, this juvenile kangaroo decides to join the fun. At first, it just tries to keep up like it's some kind of race buddy. But then, the little guy takes it up a notch. It sprints ahead and jumps right on one of the cyclists, totally unprovoked. Now, it wasn't a huge kangaroo, so it didn't cause much damage, but you gotta give it credit for the audacity. The spirit was there. Definitely not what they signed up for.
Oh, no, no, kid.
So, this one's a wild ride. A dirt bike rider cruising down the trail, pushing the limits on his orange bike, when, out of nowhere, a deer leaps right in front of him. He makes a sharp left turn, but the deer tries to jump over him and crashes straight into the bike. The rider gets thrown off, but get this, he doesn't even hesitate. He gets up, brushes himself off, and without even checking on the deer, hops back on his bike like nothing happened. No big deal. Just another day in the life of a thrill seeker. Imagine snowmobiling through Palisades, Idaho, when a curious moose suddenly appears on the trail. One guy tries to distract it, but this moose isn't having it. After a moment of wandering off, it turns around and charges straight for one of the riders. The guy's heart's probably pounding as he tries to fire up his snowmobile, but the engine fails. In a panic, he jumps off just in time, narrowly missing the moose by a hair. The beast eventually runs off, leaving behind a seriously close call and probably a heart rate that's still through the roof. So picture this, March 2016 Cape Argus tour in South Africa. A group of cyclists is zooming down the road when, out of nowhere, an ostrich jumps onto the path and starts chasing them. This bird wasn't playing around. It kept up with them at a solid 50 km/h. Can you imagine the fear? The cyclists are just trying to keep their cool. But it's tough when a giant bird's hot on your tail. After a minute of pure chaos, the ostrich finally backs off, just as the cyclists are running out of road. Talk about an unexpected twist. Talk about an unexpected showdown. A biker's cruising down the road, probably feeling like he's got everything under control, when out of nowhere, a deer comes charging. In a split second, the deer jumps high enough to land a perfect hit, knocking the biker right off his bike. Ouch, right? The biker definitely didn't see that coming. The deer, with its flawless leap, takes off into the woods like it's no big deal. But for the biker, that's one wild ride he won't be forgetting anytime soon.
Woo! Oh. Yeah, oh fuck, get back.
October 2018, an adventurer mountain biking in Tibet captures one wild moment on his camera. As he's cruising down the trail, he unexpectedly bumps into a huge, aggressive black yak. Now this wasn't just a casual encounter, the yak wasn't having it and charged right at him. The cyclist, thinking fast, uses his bike and voice to try and keep the yak at bay. Slowly backing off, he's cautious, sensing that the yak's not just curious, it's defending its turf. One wrong move, and things could have gotten a lot worse. Talk about a close call.
Oh. Yeah, oh fuck. Get back. Go, keep going.
A sports bike rider was testing out his newly purchased heavy motorcycle until a wild cow started following and blocked off his path on a narrow road. While blocking his path, it was also attempting to keep all other nearby bike or even scooter owners from getting on. After several minutes of being a cow hostage, he finally made his way out. After all, no one in their right mind would want their newly purchased ride getting scratched on the very first day.
Shit man, आज नहीं निकल पाएंगे लग रहा है.
So imagine this, you're cruising down a trail when suddenly, a tiny bird decides it's time to play the villain. Out of nowhere, it blocks your path and starts charging at you, wings flapping like it's got some serious beef. The cyclist, understandably a bit freaked out, quickly grabs his bike and uses it as a shield. As he slowly backs away, the bird doesn't back down, but eventually it turns around and flies off, probably thinking, mission accomplished. That bird definitely earned some points for bravery, even if it was a little over the top.
What the? Oh!
To tape these up. I don't even know whose house that is down there.
Picture this. You're out exploring the woods, enjoying the peace and quiet, when suddenly, you hit a trail blocked by fallen trees, like someone didn't want you to keep going. As curiosity pulls you deeper, you find a fire pit that looks like it was made by kids, but something's off. Then you spot missing person posters scattered everywhere. And things take a serious turn. As if that wasn't weird enough, you find strange stick structures that look like cages. Hearing voices nearby? Yeah, that's when you turn around and make a hasty exit. The mystery? Still unsolved.
To tape these up. I don't even know whose house that is down there. Think about it. Somebody that could put this together. Like,